It's toss time here at the Oman Cricket Academy. It's the triangular series between Oman, Qatar and Bahrain. We saw an exciting match last afternoon and we are back yet again for match number 2 where Qatar are taking on the Oman national team. Qatar represented by Aisha Mohammed and of course our very own Priyanka leading the girls from Oman under the watchful eye of Madam Merita, who has a coin in hand and will provide it to the home team. Number was the call and Khanjar it is. That means Priyanka will win the toss. Priyanka, congratulations. Toss going your way. First of all, what would you like to do?
We're going for batting first.
Okay, very good game last afternoon. Similar sort of approach this afternoon as well. What is the team looking like?
We have 3 changes and the girls are happy, excited, and we just want to continue the momentum.
Okay, and the changes are?
We have Afida and Lujaina and there's one more I'm not able to recollect coming in. So yeah, we have three changes.
Okay, any specific areas that you want to be concentrating upon? Maybe it could be a little bit more attacking approach in the batting, or maybe would it be something to do with the bowling?
Of course the batting, because of course we didn't get yesterday to bat much. So we're looking at the batting side to be more, experienced and more well looked at.
Okay, winning the toss, what do you think about the deck?
It's an absolutely fantastic pitch for us to bat on, and kudos goes to the ground staff and of course Oman Cricket.
All right, do well.
Thank you so much.
Aisha, toss not going your way, but first game in this triangular series, what are the things that you're looking forward for your team to be performing on?
First of all, I would like to thank our Cricket Association and Oman Cricket for organizing such a tri-series. It's very helpful for us to play the GCC as well. We are prepared actually for both. We came prepared for either it's batting first or fielding first. We are okay with that. And I see the grass is very good and looks like a good swinging pitch as well and coming to the bat. And I hope, we put.
Right then, good afternoon to one and everyone. Women's Triangular Series here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Bahrain, Qatar and Oman. Such an important tournament going into the GCC Women's Cup. It's me, Pranav Mehta, and alongside me it is the legendary Jamil Zaidi. Very first delivery. Good line, very good length. And that is what you expect from the opening bowler.
Thank you, Pranav, and good afternoon to each and everyone watching this game. As you correctly mentioned, that it's a very, very important triangular series as Oman, Qatar and Bahrain has to warm up, look out their shortcomings in the tournament, because the big tournament will be coming in the next week. So we'll hope that they must learn from these couple of matches they are playing.
Maria has been spot on. Lovely line, just easing outside the off stump. Jayadhanya, player of the match in the previous game, that is yesterday, but today is a different day. She'll have to prove her mantle.
Yesterday it was an easy going match, if you can say, in one way, that both the openers, Gunasekar and both of them 66 for no wicket. Both of them played superbly. Tripti and Gunasekar played well, but today things looks to be a bit different.
Jayadhanya, so often called JD, drives it on the up, was slightly and gets a good part of her bat, and that means that it's going to be boundary to open the account for Jayadhanya.
That's a lovely place, that one's beautifully played. I think this tournament and all other tournaments, especially for the Gulf countries, but now I believe playing so many bilateral series will definitely enhance the standard of the game for the women's in this entire Gulf area.
And especially the importance of the GCC Women's Cup.
Down the leg side, it's a wide. Yesterday we have plenty of wides being bowled by Bahrain's bowlers. But let us see today.
This is the game to be watching out for. Oman versus Qatar. Qatar is a more pronounced side in comparison to Bahrain. They've been doing well, especially on the back of Aisha. She's been a very senior player. She's been here in Oman earlier. She's done well. Back off length, angled it away. The ball does travel very quickly here at the Oman Cricket Academy Oval 2. And that means that JD is accumulating runs in terms of boundaries.
Well, she started from where he left yesterday to beautiful boundaries in the couple of first over. That looks at how much confident she is after playing the match yesterday. And that's what I think for the other batters also. Yesterday, unfortunately, Oman couldn't use the lower order or the upper order, middle order. Both openers have done the job for them.
So much of it comes down to being greedy in this game of cricket. You want to finish off games. Back of length, and this is a much better line and length from Maria. That's a good comeback. She's already conceded a couple of boundaries, and to add on to that, an extra as well.
But things look to be slightly difficult today because I have seen these Qatar bowlers when they're doing practice on the other end. They seems to be much better than Bahrain's bowlers. It's my belief. But today how they perform, that's the only thing to see.
Oh, much better. It was fuller. It was angling away from the right-hander. A very good bit of late movement which kept the bowler interested. But no damage done. That means that Maria finishes her first over with 9 runs. Oman haven't lost a wicket, and that's where the game stands. Nitya Joshi, one of the most elegant left-hander batters you would see in the circuit. Very stylish. A lot of people would compare her with the likes of Saurav Ganguly. Very, very similar. And in comes Aisha. Starts off with the away swinger. She's a prolific player for Qatar. She's been around for a while, and that's where Qatar will be banking on her experience.
Yeah, he did experience, a lot of experience with her, and she came before also for Oman a couple of times as well. The most senior, as you correctly said. And now today we'll see how he's going to use her experience in Oman. Onto the back foot, cracks it beautifully, short of the length, and the ball crosses over the fence. That's what the confidence seems from Joshi.
Nitya loves that delivery from Aisha. Back of length, short. If you analyze that delivery, it was written 4 over it all the way through. And that's exactly what Nitya has accumulated. So dealing in boundaries, Oman, 13 on the board. 12 of them have come through boundaries. Wouldn't mind it at the moment. Aisha would want to rectify. Much better outside edge. Shot third will cut it off and it'll just be a single.
Well, good thing is that they are looking for the rounds. That's the right approach for Oman to accumulate as much runs as possible for them. Yesterday they didn't work too hard yesterday, but today I'm sure they must be looking for any score above 100 to keep them straight into the winning area.
What do you proclaim that probably something around 100 would be good? Because I feel that Oman will be looking somewhere closer to 150, especially with Jayadanya, the player in form, did win the player of the match yesterday. I beg your pardon. Angled away on the offside. Once again, this has found the gap. It's going to be yet another boundary. The third one for Jayadanya. She's making it count.
Absolutely brilliant. This is what, when you have got some runs in your kitty, you looks to be more confident in what exactly she is showing here. Third boundary for her.
Love the way she caressed it between the player on the offside, backward point and shot third. And all she had to do is use the pace of the bowler and angle it between those players. This is the second time she's doing that. So a lot of control in playing that shot. Qatar needs a wicket here. Much fuller, good late swing into the arc of the right-hander and well respected by Jayadanya.
Nicely played by him. Confident looking Jayadanya today. Yesterday also he played very well. But today her shots are much better than what she played yesterday. Confident, trying to play the shot where she likes to.
Full toss and hammered straight down the ground. This ball is travelling quickly once again towards the boundary. The outfielder electric here. Third boundary of the over. Aisha turns out to be very expensive. 13 runs from that over. Yes, it was a full toss, but hammered straight down the ground. And not much that the fielders could have done onto that. 2 overs done. 22 on the board without losing a wicket, Oman.
Three that's going to bowl the third over. So far so good for Oman. 2 overs, 22 runs, a very healthy run rate.
I've been mighty impressed by this bowler. Maria Teresa. Umpire Karthikeyan, one of the senior statesmen. A very good umpire taking control of the situation. Back of length, pulled. Probably a little bit of an outside edge, could have been a little bit of pad as well, and a good diving effort, although it's in vain. It's going to be another boundary. Leg by, says umpire Karthikeyan.
Well, runs are flowing in the favour of Oman from the bats, and now it's from the leg buys. She tried to play it on to the fine leg, but I think beats the wicket keeper as well. Valiant effort from the fielder at number 25. Brilliant done, but unfortunately couldn't stop the boundary.
So runs continue to flow for Oman. Pitching outside leg means no contentions of leg before. Much fuller. Well respected by Nitya Joshi on this occasion.
Well, good thing I observed both the batters of Oman really playing nicely, timing perfectly and placing the ball in the right areas, and that's the right good thing to see from the Omani batters. No orthodox shot, no irresponsible shot, just playing according to the balls which is coming to them.
Now, Jamil bhai, you have played in that era of Saurav Ganguly. Now, I'm going to give you that responsibility of comparing Nitya Joshi to that of Saurav Ganguly. Looking to heave it across the line, misses it, an impact on the pad, and umpire Karthikeyan says, nothing doing, that's a not out.
Well, she tried to flick it off, yes, down the leg side, but loud appeal from the fielders. Talking about Saurav Ganguly, as far as the style is concerned, it's not that much similar, but yes, resembles.
Just give her a little bit of time, and once she starts dancing down the track, you would see a lot more resemblance. Huge back lift, very high back lift, and likes to play through the offside very elegantly, very stylish. And especially once the spinners come in, she's very happy to dance down the track. And that's something that I've seen of her in the local tournaments.
Well, the good thing is that she's playing according to the ball coming to her. That's the right thing, and what you call a quality of a good batter.
Hers in line. Maria will have to reload that one. 26 on the board. It's just the third over. Scoring very quickly is what the Omani openers are doing.
I'm really impressed the way both these batters are playing. I just like the way of playing the ball according to the ball receiving at that end. That's a nice thing to see. Down the leg side, picks it away beautifully, but couldn't properly place it towards the final. Just got a single out of it. So Pranav, what I believe that both the batters, the way they are playing, looks like complete opening batters, the way they like to play.
And very different techniques. What Jayadanya likes is the ball to come to her, get closer to the body and play it late. On the other hand, there is Nitya Joshi who likes to dominate, likes to go to the ball, likes to get to the reach of the ball. So very different kind of approaches, very effective both of them. Yes, Jayadanya, in the kind of form she is in, 16 of 9 deliveries. And Nitya Joshi has just got started. She's also played 8 deliveries to get her 6. Lovely drive through the covers. Fielder is going to keep it down to a dot ball, but that certainly doesn't do justice to the kind of shot that Jayadanya played. Very elegant, easy on the eyes, getting to the reach of the ball. Excellent cricket here from Oman. 28 without losing a wicket at the end of 3.
Change in the bowling. It is Abhay who has been brought in to stop the flow of runs from the Omani batters. Left arm orthodox, one tossed up into the air. Yes, luckily survived. Good fielding, but managed to get a single run. That's very good approach from the Omani batters. They are looking for the runs, and that's the right thing to do at the moment.
Don't really think that Jayadanya will be satisfied with the kind of performance she's had yesterday. She's one of those kind of players who's very greedy. She wants to stay consistent. She wants to score big. And she will see this as a different opportunity, new opportunity. Flighted and well respected by Jayadanya. Decent bit of loop. Good flight.
Beautiful delivery. She's slowly coming up, releasing the ball in there and targeting the 3 stumps. That's a very good thing from her. Abhyashikara. Once again, it was the same delivery, but he played a bit uppishly to the fielder at mid-off.
Oh, this is going to be a very interesting encounter. Because the field that Abhyashikara chose for Jayadanya was deep square leg and deep mid-wicket. If it is similar for Nitya Joshi, I'm almost certain that Nitya Joshi will be considering dancing down the track. Shorter in length and tickles it around for a single.
Right thing to do. I mean, it's too early to come down, of course, but when you are going to play the spinners, we have been told in our old days that you have to use your feet playing out to the spinners. But nowadays, the spinners are so quick, very rarely they are tossing up the ball in the air now.
One thing is certain, Jamil bhai, Lehara is not going to be bowling quick, and with that flight, Jayadanya and her class is going to caress it through the offside for a boundary.
Beautifully once again. Waited for the ball to come. Look at that one. Waited, and then opened the face of the bat, piercing the gap between gully and point. 4 more addition to the Oman total.
Love the technique of Jayadanya. The way she gets to the pitch of the ball, lets the ball come to her, never in a hurry, never looking to push it around. Flighted, driven on the offside, once again finds the gap through the covers. This is excellent batting from Jayadanya. She's accumulating boundaries at will, and that's a moment of misery for Qatar at the moment. 4 overs done, 39, without losing a wicket.
Once again, waited. It is full toss, pierced the gap, this time through the cover and extra cover. Beautifully played by Jayadanya. So Oman quickly moves on to 39 for no wicket. Over number 4 is done.
Eleven runs from that over of Lahira Abesekra as Akhtar comes into the attack. A moment of pressure for Qatar.
Surely, yes. And all the runs come through beautiful boundaries from both the openers, Tinia Joshi and JD. Both of them playing superbly. No cross shots. Just according to the balls they are playing and getting the boundaries, piercing the gap nicely.
You'll be really shocked if you see the routine of Jayadanya. I've known her for a while, and the kind of time she invests in working hard behind her fitness. She's very serious about her cricket, and that's what makes her very special. Beating the outside edge of Nitya Joshi, who loves that offside. Not able to connect on this occasion.
It all happens, once you are among the runs, so your confidence always rocket high. Though she didn't play yesterday, but the way she's playing, looked at, she's playing from so many days. Timing the ball well, placing it nicely, and playing the ball according to the balls coming to her.
What makes her even more special is the moment she starts knocking the ball down the ground. Now she's looking to play on the offside. When she's confident and when she's in control, those shots down the ground will start coming in. At the moment she's trying to find that gap. Easy runs on the offside. And that's where she's not showing the full face of the bat. And that is something I believe that Jayadanya will be communicating to her.
Well, that's the right thing. The one who is senior or who's having more runs on her side must advise the partners how to go to get some runs. There's a big gap there onto the offside between. No slip is there, only third man right on the fence. So he's trying to create that gap between short gully and the third man.
Change of field. Third comes inside the circle. Deep mid-wicket goes back to the boundary. Rather deep square leg. I think it's deep square leg. Heaved on the leg side. It was from the stumps. It's found the gap and the ball will travel to the boundary. This is good batting. Very attacking from Nitya Joshi.
Once again showing her class. Picks beautifully. Once again the timing are perfect. Look at that one. Waited for the ball to come. Put her leg down and then place it out to the fine leg boundary for 4.
They did have that extra fielder on the leg side who's just dropped back. Don't really understand the logic of Akhtar here, changing the angle and something she was doing extremely well. All of a sudden she's leaked a boundary. Driven on the offside for a dot ball on this occasion from Nitya.
Thing that we are not aware of that how much practice the Qatar team has done before coming to Oman. Definitely it will be a new ground for them. They might need some time to acclimatize themselves, but of course the runs are too much at the moment on the board, so they had to curb that.
Brilliantly bowled from Akhtar on this occasion, not giving any kind of room and width to capitalize. Jamil bhai, to be honest, how much of an acclimatization is required? Because neighboring countries, Qatar really close to Oman, similar kind of weather.
It will definitely need to be acclimatized, Pranav. I'll tell you one thing. Although okay, no issues that weather is almost similar in the Gulf in this part of the time. But of course, the wickets, and of course the conditions around will definitely make some difference. End of over number 5. It is 44 for no wicket.
Imtiaz comes into the attack. Jaydania, exceptional. 14 ball, 25 runs, dominating the affairs for Oman.
Definitely. Quick changes and brought up by the Qatar captain. Trying to get a wicket, which is most vital for them at this moment of the game, to stop the flow of runs coming from these two batters.
Really want Nitya Joshi to be dancing down the track on one of these deliveries and show you the class that she possesses. One of those most elegant players. I really rate her very, very highly. I feel she's one of those most talented left-handed batters that... Oh, dancing down the track, missing the line. She's going to be stumped. It's a brilliant piece of work behind the stumps to collect it down the leg, to keep her eyes, hold on to it and then disturb the stumps. This is brilliant piece of work from Qatar.
Absolutely brilliant wicket keeping by the wicket keeper. Absolutely down the leg side is always difficult for the wicket keepers who are agile on the leg side. Look at that one, how quickly she came down the leg side, got the ball, whipped the bells off. So first wicket, which was Qatar was looking for, finally got it.
The intentions were right from Nitya Joshi to get to the pitch of the ball, but just misread the line. And that is going to cost her the wicket. She was batting well for her 12. But 17 balls into this game, she's going to be walking back, and Oman are going to be losing their first at 25. As the captain, not really, Fiza walks in. Fiza, one of the most attacking players in the Oman ranks, very experienced, one of the senior most, and wouldn't be wrong in saying one of those most prolific, stylish attacking batters in the women's rank.
Spot on, yes. She is one of the most senior players in the Oman women's team, always among the runs. And today, full toss, once again, clear it out. towards to the extra cover. It's good that Oman has doing some changes in the team to get match practice to all who have not been in the first match yesterday. Very good technique by the coach. Once again, outside the off stump, beats the batter outside the off stump. Good bowling from Imtiaz.
Really like this bowling from Khadija Imtiaz. Very slow in pace. Gives a lot of time to the batter. And that's what complicates the situation for the batter. Once again flighted, dancing down the track, and it's only going to be a single for Joshi and Gunasekar. Very good cricket from Qatar to make a comeback here. Oman was certainly calling the shots in the middle.
Yes, good bowling from Imtiaz. I mean, she's trying to bowl within the stump, giving loop to the ball, asking the batsman to come down. Once again, wraps on the pad. And once again, another wicket down. We'll have to see what exactly happened.
Fiza Javed was looking to get to the pitch of the ball. It was flighted. The only mistake, in my opinion, that she did was to play it across the line. And that's exactly where she messed up. And the keeper, very accurate, very spot on. Even with the complete stretch from Fiza Javed, she was not able to get back into the crease. And that was an easy decision for the umpire at the striker's end. Second wicket down for Oman for 48. As Fiza Javed walks back for a run to her name in those two deliveries that she faced. And the captain walks to the middle.
Great comeback by Qatar. 2 wickets in the same over, and Imtiaz has bowled superbly so far. Both the dismissals came through the wicketkeeper's hand. One was a brilliant down the leg side, and this was also offside, the off stump. And quickly she took the bails off. So 48 for 2, Oman.
2 wickets in terms of stumping. Jamil Bhai, very impressed with the keeping of the Qatari wicketkeeper.
The first one was really very brilliant. Down the leg side she collected and whips the bails.
K. Sarvana Kumar. Certainly 2 stunning, especially the first one down the leg. That was special. And this one, when the batter was looking to play an attacking shot across the line, so often you might lose the line and length of the ball and lose sight of the delivery, and you can make a mess out of it. But K. Sarvana Kumar, not one of those. Holding on to both and getting 2 wickets for Qatar. Fishing outside the off stump. Brilliant over from Khadija Imtiaz. Just 4 runs from it, and most importantly, those 2 wickets. 48 for the loss of 2 Oman at the end of the power play. So that's exactly how the power play spanned out. Oman came out and they decided to call the shots. Joshi, the star opener of Oman, the player of the match of yesterday, continued with the form, and she was joined by Nitya Joshi. They were looking for boundaries and they were scoring in boundaries. Joshi with most of the run scoring from her bat. Nitya Joshi was not going to be taking a shy as well. She was looking to accumulate runs quickly as well. The class and elegance of Joshi was clearly evident. And offside was her friend in the power play. Nitya Joshi looked to force the proceedings, and towards the end she lost a wicket, and so did Fiza Javed. And at the moment it is Joshi and Gunasekar and Priyanka Mandonka, the captain of the Oman women's team, partnering together to stitch a partnership immediately after the power play. Would you believe that it's a game in balance or a game in favor of Oman or Qatar?
The first, I think, 5 overs went to the way of Oman, and the next 2 went to the Qatar's way. And that's the good quality of the game. It's not tilting only one side, keeping the balance of both the teams. This time played it out and got single.
How old are you, Jamil Bhai? 35, 36? You love the seesaw?
No, I'm 28 years old, just.
Always humor on offer from Jamil Zaidi, one of the senior statesmen. Very experienced, very talented, reads the game like it's back of the hand for him.
Thank you.
Rohit Akhtar just keeping it outside the arc of Jayadanya. And it's been very effective for Rohit as well. A lot of credit should go to Rohit Akhtar as well, who slowed the proceedings down, bowled a very tight over. And immediately after that, the bowler to be bowling next capitalized with those 2 wickets.
It's the beauty of this game now is that it's just changing by each ball. This time played it out towards the fine leg boundary. We'll have to wait. Yes, stop the fence. 2 runs, I believe, is being scored during the course of this second delivery.
Rohit Akhtar, she's conceded 5 in this over so far. But do not forget, she only conceded 5 runs in the previous over. And Khadija Imtiaz in the very next over got 2 wickets because Oman were looking to dominate the final over of the power play. And all of a sudden, Qatar was able to pull themselves back into this game. 6 runs from this over so far of Rohit with a ball to spare.
Well, the only thing which I really realized and admired is that the intention of the Omani batters to go for the runs. That's a very, very positive sign. They ran 3 in this over, and then again 2. So it's good sign that they're looking for the runs to go, ticking the scoreboard.
Full toss and flicked on the leg side. Will get a single. She's very elegant. Priyanka Mendonka, the captain of the Oman women's team. 7 overs done. 53 for the loss of 2. 6 runs. Rather 5 runs coming from that over of Rohit Akhtar. Seven overs, 54 for the loss of 2. As Khadija Imtiaz continues. Full toss heaved across the line. Priyanka Mendonka loves to play attacking cricket. It's going to be a couple of runs. This is good cricket from Oman as Amin Wagle joins me in the comm box. Amin, you were there in the centre. What do you make of this wicket? What's a good pass score on this wicket?
Very good afternoon, and what a way to have match number 2 kicked off between Qatar and Oman. Toss going their way and immediately electing to bat first, and they've answered how, and that's probably because that's a good sporting wicket, good bounce, the ball coming onto the bat nicely, and hence the batters will feel confident about rotating strike, about going through their processes, and will not shy away from taking that attacking route. On the other hand, the bowlers also licking their lips when they see that hint of green on that playing surface. Qatar boasting of a few good, decent pace bowlers. But at the moment, majority of the damage done by this bowler you're seeing on screen, Imtiaz. And she's picked up 2 big fishes.
2 wickets, 7 runs in those 9 deliveries that she's bowled. Most importantly, she likes to fly the ball and call the batter towards her. And that's what makes her special.
We saw that last afternoon as well. The ball does seem to have the tendency to break away, especially if given a good tweak, and owing to that flight and the revolutions per minute. If the bowler has enough skill, they can certainly look to trouble. That's some decent effort here by Aisha, the captain, leading from the front.
In my opinion, Qatar needs this wicket. Jayadanya dancing down the track. And it's going to be a dot ball once again. Aisha, the barrier between runs and Oman at the moment. 57 for the loss of 2 at the end of 8. Just 3 runs from that over.
Akhtar continues. 11 runs in her couple of overs that she's bowled. Look to slow proceedings a bit, whereas the other bowlers who've gone for runs will be wondering what is Akhtar doing different out here.
I really feel that the way she's controlled the flow of runs from Oman has allowed Khadija Imtiaz to flourish from the other end. And I think that bowling the tight line, Rohit Akhtar, I think that's the key. That's been the key. Short of length, and this time it does find the gap. There is protection on the offside, and it's going to stay as a single only, but Rohit Akhtar is bowling a gem of a spell here.
Well, absolutely. Keeping it tight is one of the key elements of the game. At the moment, Priyanka Mendonka, the captain out there, especially looking to control a little bit of damage done to that batting order with those 2 quick wickets. Oh, this is absolute peach of a delivery. Last moment, late swing on offer from Rohida.
What's been different is that the first 4 overs, every over was over 6 runs per over. And immediately from the 5th over, that's where Rohit Akhtar came into the attack. She's into a 3rd over. Short and wide and cut well in the air. It's been dropped. A good diving effort. I think it is Lahiru, who was the fielder there. Will be appreciated for her effort at backward point, but I think she's put down a very important catch. Oh, good stretch. Very, very good stretch. Good effort. Goes down in vain, but she's put down a very, very important wicket. Priyanka Mendonka survives. And Rohit Akhtar continues to bowl a brilliant spell here.
Looks to work away towards the leg side. Fielder in position. And this has probably been the highlight of the first session of play here at Oman Cricket Academy. Oman 58 for 2 after 9.
Looking for a quick single, will get it. And in the process, they'll get 1 extra run in terms of overthrows. So good cricket from both these sides, trying to dominate one another in this crunch mid-phase.
And no better than having the captain herself, Priyanka Mendonka, and at the same time, Joshi and Gunasekar, who's the player of the match on the previous afternoon, and both of them under operation at the moment to resurrect that innings. Still a spot of bother here, especially after those 2 quick wickets. They were cruising at around 10 runs and over, and then now all of a sudden you're nearly at the halfway stage and bringing that scoring rate down to 6 runs and over. It's a wide, bit of a harsh call here. Imtiaz otherwise very, very accurate and very methodical about her approach.
Yes, Priyanka Mendonka, very talented player. Joshi and Gunasekar, another very talented player. At the moment, Khadija Imtiaz has lost a line. She's conceding extras. But I really want you to look at one of those Omani players, Lujaina, a very elegant left-hander. And that is something really special. The way she dominates, the way she plays her cricket, very positive, very attacking, and very lethal.
At the moment, it's Khadija Imtiaz who's looking to probably find her zone at the moment. Too many wide deliveries, and that probably will mean that all that pressure set by her in the earlier overs will be probably to no avail at the moment. 10 runs from her 2 overs, so still some time before she'll have something to worry about. There you go. Back on radar, Khatija Imtiaz. Teasing line and teasing length, accompanied by that flighted approach, and the batter is in 2 minds. Oh, inside edge, could have gone anywhere. Not going on to the stumps, and that's what's important. Priyanka Mendonca survives the scare. Will rotate strike for a single. 6 runs already from this over, and we're just 3 deliveries into it. Flighted once again, this time way wide outside the off stump. Jayadhanya has driven that. It's only going to be a single though, but certainly the intentions are clear that she's not shy to charge down the wicket and get to the pitch of the ball and play her shots.
Almost around the halfway mark. 65 for the loss of 2. Oman are well placed to post a big total. What could a big total be like? What's a good big total in your eyes?
In the air, no fielder. Most of them have been posted at the boundary ropes. When you're speaking of big totals, it's about the approach that Oman are probably going to have from here onwards. Earlier on in the power play, the way they were going, even a total like 150, 140 was seemingly possible. At the moment, Oman, if they manage to resurrect and construct a partnership from here onwards between JD and Priyanka Mendonca, that's a brilliant effort out there at point. If they manage to resurrect and construct a partnership, I think a 120 and 130 will seem like a competitive total for Oman. At the halfway stage, it's going to be Oman at 67 for the loss of 2 wickets as the players probably take a little bit of a respite under that afternoon sun and have a drinks break.
So that is how the innings have panned out so far for Oman. Jayadhanya Gunasekar going strong, 34 of 30. Yes, she slowed down. She's dominating the affairs, close to 200. strike rate halfway through that inning so far. And now in the last 10 to 15 deliveries, she slowed down. Nitya Joshi was very impressive for her 12 of 16. Fiza Javed had a very short stint and could only last for a couple of deliveries. And at the moment, Joshi and Gunasekar is accompanied by the captain at the other end, Priyanka Mendonka, who's at 9 of 12 deliveries. She's taken her time, she's set. Rohit Akhtar has been bowling a brilliant spell. She hasn't picked up a wicket. She did create an opportunity in terms of Priyanka Mendonka. 14 runs without losing a wicket. Without picking up a wicket, I beg your pardon, in her 3 overs. 67 for the loss of 2 in the first 10. All of a sudden, there's going to be a lot more urgency. They have 8 wickets in hand and they bat really deep. They'd want to get closer to 150.
Well, at the moment, 150 does seem to be like a winning total if Oman managed to get there. However, they should set their sights on short-term targets. Let's say over number 15, and if they can manage to get to 100 runs by there, they would consider it a job well done. This one's flighted. It's high up. The fielder not able to latch on to it. And this is where Qatar will also need to be very, very prompt. They have to back their bowlers. They have to back those chances and give themselves a chance in the game. Some advantage, especially if they can manage to latch on to opportunities like that. Full delivery. It's driven down. There is a fielder who's standing right at the edge of the circle. Mid-off in action. It's only going to be a single.
Rohit Akhtar almost feels as if Rohit Akhtar is on the verge of picking up a wicket. That's the kind of spell she's bowled. She still has 3 deliveries in her spell. And she looks to consistently attack the stumps. That's what makes her very special. And at the moment, Priyanka Mendonka, the captain, realizes it, and that's where she's respecting the bowling of Rohit Akhtar.
Yeah, but there would be a situation where she will have to go for her shots. Very important for Priyanka Mendonka to construct a good partnership here. The couple of wickets that have fallen have suddenly applied a little bit of brakes onto that progress that they had done earlier on. At the toss, the Qatari captain was very, very confident and looking very pleased by the bowling attack that she has. Also mentioned a specific bowler who was express quick. There you go. That's experience. Rohit Akhtar now delivering the ball far behind the crease, trying to get that extra bit of length in order to trouble the batters. End of the 11th over. It's going to be 4 runs from this one. 71 for 2 is what Oman find themselves at. Chandiru, new bowler in for Qatar, and she'll have big shoes to fill because Khatija Imtiaz has been absolutely brilliant with the ball in hand so far. Joshi and Gunasekar at the moment, the senior partner out there in the middle, has spent some time. Nice late swing. She'll have to find her line and length if she wants success And in order to trouble the batters a little bit more, Priyanka Mendonca on the other hand, the senior player in the middle, and she looked to probably give Joshi and Gunasekar a little bit of free hand in scoring those runs quickly, finding it difficult to find the gaps at the moment.
Do you think it's a great idea to be holding Khadija Imtiaz back? And what could be the reason? Maybe the captain would want Khadija Imtiaz to take a strike at the lower middle order of Oman, maybe get a wicket here and hold on in a tough situation. Or maybe it could be that Khadija Imtiaz would be tired with those few wides coming in the previous over, and that could be the reason she's held back.
Well, absolutely. Just having that one more additional over would probably be too taxing on a bowler like Khadija Imtiaz. As we said, this is that preparatory triangular series in the run-up to that big GCC tournament that's just around the corner. And you might want all your bowlers, you might want to test and check out all your options at different stages. Oh, brilliant late swing. Coming back very, very sharply into the right-handed batters.
Wouldn't be wrong in saying that Priyanka Mendonca and Joshi and Gunasekar would want to get going with just over 8 overs left in this game. 72 on the board. And good late movement for Aisha at the moment. She's dominating the affairs, just a couple of runs with the ball to go. I think she's putting her experience to the middle. Captain versus captain. Oh, big heave on the leg side. This ball is travelling and travelling well. And a wonderful diving effort. I think the ball stays in play. Should have gone for the third, but they're going to be happy and content with a couple of runs. Priyanka Mendonca, who is playing second fiddle, decides to cut loose.
Oh yes, that was a big shot towards the deep mid-wicket region. If that had not been a very, very good effort by the fielder at the boundary ropes, things would have looked in favour of Oman. But what a great shot from Priyanka Mendonca, and what a great bit of acrobatics shown at the boundary rope by the Qatari fielder. What a way to end the over. This good cricket all around. 75 for 2 after 12, Oman.
Gertrude Chandiru comes into the attack. Her very first over. And she's up against a partnership that is looking lethal for Oman.
And look at that captaincy, that little bit of captaincy strategy that Aisha is employing. You could see Rohida Akhtar just getting that good swing deliveries from one particular end, and then she decides that Chandiru can probably be more effective from that end, and allowing her player to just wait for that one additional over and putting herself out there so that she can get to that. Chandiru does seem to be like a very gentle medium pacer, and from the looks of it can also swing the ball, so giving her players maximum opportunity. This one's flighted up. And what a strike here towards the offside. Captain, once again, making herself the difference between a boundary and no runs here. What a brilliant effort.
Great cricket. Starts off with a brilliant drive. A good strike from Priyanka Mendonca. Well fielded at covers by Aisha. Directed by... So Excellent cricket. Shuffles across, heaves across the line. There is fielder in the deep. So just a single. Oman looking to dominate but not able to do so because the quality of Qatar is up their sleeves.
Oh yes, absolutely. This is one of the tougher sides in the whole mix of things in the GCC. Qatar and Oman, two quality sides battling it out. This time driven. There is a fielder long off in play. A single. She's been kept busy, the fielder at long off. She's been posted at quite a few positions all over the ground, and the ball seems to be chasing her everywhere. Oh yes, this was way wide. Looking to capitalize on that loosener. Priyanka Mendonca eventually missing it all ends up. Will get a wide to her name.
Priyanka Mendonca, one of the stronger players in the women's rank, the captain of Oman women's team, Oman national women's team, looking to be cut and cut over point. This ball is travelling. This will certainly be a boundary, and Priyanka Mendonca will take a sigh of breather because she is looking to accumulate runs, and finally she gets a little bit of luck in her favour to get that boundary.
That extra ball spelling doom for Chandiru. Otherwise, she had been keeping her over very, very tight and also backed by the fielders. This time around, gets a little bit of room outside and not hesitant to cut uppishly. Priyanka Mendonca gets a boundary to her name. Good way to end the over. 83 for 2 after 13.
Swinging it into the arc of the right-hander. Aisha has been very effective. One of the most senior in the ranks of Qatar, and she's making it count.
Probably not as effective with that new ball in hand. She's leaked 17 runs, but then now she's finding the rhythm. She's finding those good areas where she can bowl, and with that late swing, oh yes, coming back into the right-hander. And Jayadhania has to go for that riskier option to play across the line. Only going to be a single.
40 or 40 for Jayadhania Gunasekar. One of the most talented players in the ranks of Oman, Jayadhania Gunasekar. The opener. The stylish opener of Oman. On the other hand, Priyanka Mendonca would want to rush the proceedings. Full toss. Heaved across the line. There is protection in the deep. So it's just going to be a single. So runs just not coming the way Priyanka Mendonca would have wanted. This one certainly should have gone to the boundary.
Oh yes, absolutely. And she failed to find the gap on that occasion. On the other hand, good captaincy by the Qatari captain Aisha. She's in operation with the ball as well. Would have really liked that deep mid-wicket fielder to be inside the circle. Oh, big shot towards the offside. Fields found the gap. Did everything right on this occasion. JD, she's been striking the ball so well. Coming back to that, really want that deep mid-wicket fielder to be inside the circle. Provides an incentive for the Omani batters to, play uppishly. On the other hand, Aisha with that late swing can create a little bit of trouble here, and erroneous shot can certainly spell doom for the batter. Oh yes, she's bowled him over. Priyanka Mendonca once again looking to get one towards the leg side. And that late swing getting the better of Priyanka Mendonca. Captain takes the opposition captain out of the equation. What a strike.
Looking to heave it across the line. That is something that Priyanka Mendonca missed on. Probably could have just hit it through the line. Probably towards the cow corner. But she is looking to access that deep square leg. Probably the deep mid-wicket area. And missing the line. Aisha holds on to her line. You miss, I hit. Aisha strikes. Priyanka Mendonca back to the dugout. Third wicket down for Oman for 86. Hina Javed comes to the center. Loves to play some big shots. She's a good striker of the cricket ball. Hits it through the line. Does fancy her chances over the deep mid-wicket area, especially the cow corner area.
This will be interesting. Can she unlock that offside? Hina Javed, especially with that swing moving away from her, which is a stock delivery for Aisha. Oh, this time around she looks to bounce her out. Nearly holding out to that fielder, close and end to a very, very successful over by Aisha. She's managed to pull back in terms of her figures. It's 20 for 1 in her 3 overs, 86 for 3 after 14, Oman. And straight away just ticked along for a single, and that will bring Hina Javed on strike. And also there's a changeover in strike here in the com box where Jamil Zaidi joins me. Crucial juncture here, especially for Oman, because they are looking to stitch a partnership. Joshi and Gunasekar around 42, so she's done pretty well for herself. Not the ideal strike rate, but certainly hanging in there. And now Hina Javed has a thing or two to do out there in the middle.
Thank you, Amin. And so far, good going for Oman. All credit to JD. She's batting superbly. Carried her bat from yesterday, where she was not out. Today's 42 or 42 deliveries. They have a good opening partnership. And then captain came in, Priyanka Mendolkar. She also have a hand in the score of 88. So now I think only thing that for Oman to go for the runs from here on. As we're talking about 100 plus something, that definitely will give them a boost.
Well, absolutely. They'll have to show some attacking shots now. So not too long before Oman and especially Joshi and Gunasekar will be looking to unlock those attacking shots, those options towards the slog areas. Oh, brilliantly played off the foot. She's got good style here, Joshi and Gunasekar. She looks to get to the pitch of the ball, looks to play it under her eyes, so very technically sound. Oh, this time beaten. Outside the off stump. And Joshi and Gunasekar now looking to score those boundaries.
Chandiru is bowling well. And as far as the JD is concerned, absolutely outstanding batting. This time he tried to heave it over to the bowler's head, and the boundary comes in, which was not there from last couple of deliveries. So right time for getting a boundary. 4 more runs to the Oman total. It will be 46 to JD. What a knock he has played so far, keeping one end intact, getting runs, getting boundaries, not letting the run rates down all through.
Yeah, very, very tight over, and now just that boundary spoiling things for Chandiru. Looking for that quick single. It's going to be an attack towards the keeper's end, and they'll still successfully manage to get a single. End of the over. It's over number 15 gone. 94 for 3 Oman.
Theresa is now bowling the third over. played it out nicely, but could not play with confidence. What single? Hina Javed, she is one of the hard hitters of Oman women's cricket for so long. She has got an injury, and after that she came back. But today and the next couple of matches, we'll have to see how good she will be.
Yes, of course, it's an opportunity for her to prove and also get warmed up to the occasion in the run up to that big tournament that's just around the corner. Hina Javed, a very, very prolific striker. So she probably has at least a couple more games in hand where she can look to just settle herself in and get into that hitting zone. Oh, brilliant delivery and brilliantly dealt with by Hina Javed as well. Down the ground, and she's going to get a boundary to her name. An error here by the fielder, Rohit. But Hina Javed has certainly played that to perfection.
Beautifully driven past the bowler and deserved boundary. One of the best shots we have seen today, though there were a couple of more boundaries, beautiful boundaries from JD and dear Joshi as well as Priyan Kamandonka, but this is one of the best we have seen.
It's going to be down the leg side, a wide. And that is what a boundary does to you all of a sudden. So now Teresa probably facing the brunt. And with that also, Oman are 100 up. Just losing 3 wickets on the way in good time in 15 overs. And just like I was mentioning, or rather discussing with our partner Pranav earlier on, that they should be looking at these small targets at over number 15. If you manage to reach 100 from there onwards, if you can break that innings down into another target, worked away towards the onside. Another run.
I'm really pleased the way the Omani batters are getting runs. Their intent to get runs in each and every ball. That is a very, very positive signs, because with those runs, the scoreboard's clicking, and again couple of boundaries makes it more acceleration on the board.
A dot ball. It was played really well by Hina Javed on that occasion, and then finally deciding not to go for the run, JD had to come back very, very quickly, put in the dive, works away towards the onside. This time she goes for a quick single. So good cricket in this over at the moment. There's been some nice tight fielding, safe fielding, but at the same time some good shots as well.
A very, very cavalier knock from JD so far for Oman. Sitting on 48. Could have been a very, very well played 50 if you get it the next couple of deliveries, which I'm sure she will do. But keeping one end intact, keep the runs flowing all through, never bogged down against the bowlers. Brilliant knock from her.
Full toss. It's taken a leading edge. The keeper interested. Oh, and this is going to be a horror ending for Jayadhanya Gunasekar. Commentator's curse, you say. And JD will have to walk back dejected, falling short of a well-deserved half-century by just a couple of runs.
Well, that was mistimed by her. Take the edge of the bat, and a good catch by the wicket keeper. She has done good job before, getting to Stumpings, and a very, very valuable wicket for Qatar. They were looking for. Well played, JD. Absolutely brilliant batting from you.
outwalks an experienced Samira Khan. 101 for 4 is what Oman find themselves at. They've just seen the departure of a well-set batter in the form of Joshi Gunasekar. Tries to fish one outside the off stump, and end of the 16th over with Oman still on 101 for the loss of 4. Chandiru continues for her third over.
This is what is beauty of this game. When the openers started, Vijay and Joshi, both of them playing superbly. At one stage, the run rate was after 11 runs and over. And then couple of 2 quick wickets. This time played it out towards the short fine leg. And they go for it, and then 2 consecutive wickets in the first over. Brought the run rate down, and then came Priyan Kamendonka and of course JD. They kept the run rate going up, but now if you see, the run rate has come down to 6.31.
And that's the natural progression of the game. What they've managed to do is get off to a good start, and then some accurate bowling in the middle overs. Resurrection innings. This one's played high up in the air. Samira Khan also a very, very attacking batter. This left-hand, right-hand combination has a task at hand, and that's to score quickly, because these are the dying stages of the innings, the end stages of the innings, where you would want to send those sort of batters who can, put in their power and, clear the fences, hit boundaries. Chandiru, on the other hand, still very, very slow and steady. She's not given much away.
Well, I think most of the teams that we have seen in this women's cricket since yesterday, the team who is bowling less wides is always having some advantage or the other. Yesterday we have seen too much wides had been bowled by Bahrain bowlers. About 26-27 runs were extras in the 65 runs they have scored. And today things looks to be much better as far as the Qatar's bowling is concerned. Tried to sweep it this time, but this time got the edge and towards the cover point and got single. Rather, 2 runs have been scored. Good running between the wickets.
Still a couple more deliveries to go in this over. It's been a few runs here, and what's important is Oman batters have to work a little hard to get those runs. The boundaries are hard to come by.
Most of the players depending on Hina Javed, how she can exploit the last couple of overs. With his big hitting, once again brilliant bowled by Chandiru outside the off stump. End of over number 17, Oman 107 for 4 wickets.
Well, that's the bowling efforts here by Qatar. It's been Maria Teresa. She's picked up a wicket. Captain Aisha has picked up a wicket, and a couple of wickets to the name of Khatija Imtiaz, who's been the pick of the bowlers. 3 overs for 14 runs. Chandiru, Rohit Akhtar, and of course Lihara Abesikara. They've all been there, and they've been trying to do something for their team. At the moment, it's 107 for 4 after 17. Does look like they're going to go ahead with Teresa. Oh, good, brilliant delivery coming in to the left-hander, and she's coming from over the wicket, Teresa.
I'm really impressed from Hina Javed. After a long time, I have seen playing her along the ground, especially that boundary she scored. It's a very good sign that she is really picking up from the coaches, has been advising her what to do, rather than going for the big hitting.
Going to be a wide. She'll have to bowl that one again, Teresa. She comes with a long run up, so probably a lot of effort to be bowling that one again. She's been impressive, Teresa. And she's bowling at a decent pace. It's been an appeal, and of course it's disturbed the woodwork. No appeal needed there because Samira Khan has played it all over her stumps at the moment.
Well, this is what, if you bowl straight in the wickets, if the batter missed, either it will hit you on the front or you have to go back tumbling the wickets. The wicket number 5. And good bowling from Teresa.
New batter in, it's going to be Amanda De Costa. Still a little bit surprised not to find Lujena out there in the middle. Amanda De Costa has a job to do, and that's to end this innings with a flourish alongside her partner Hina Javed, who's at the non-strikers end. 17.2, so not very long to go in this innings. At 109, Oman should be looking to target at least 120, 130 from here onwards. It's been Teresa's day today. She's been bowling some really delightful deliveries, outfoxing the batters with that pace as well as that late swing that she's producing.
All credit goes to the Qatari bowlers. I'll tell you, in the first 5 hours, things were totally off their hands. It was at the will of the batters of Oman, who like to play their regular shots all through, but later on they came back strongly. From run rate of 11, they brought down to 6.23. This time, played it out into the air, but the fielder is there, and they go for the singles. All credit to them that they really came back strongly, brought the run rate down. Some good bowling from their bowlers. Teresa bowled beautifully, got 2 wickets. 1 wicket for Aisha. Now Omani batters has to go for the runs, I believe. From here on, to be on the safe side rather. Defensive 120-25, you correctly mentioned.
Oh, big shot towards the onside. It was in the air for a fair bit amount of time, and Aisha onto it in a flash. She'll be disappointed, Hina Javed, that she's not managed to clear that infield. She certainly struck that very well. On the other hand, Captain Aisha from Qatar has not managed to latch on to that. Probably indicating that it's not hit the right part of the bat, Hina Javed, because otherwise we do know the kind of power she possesses, and also the timing that she possesses can be very, very good to clear the infield. Works away towards the onside. This is smart here from Amanda De Costa.
Very dangerously playing right in from the wicket across. it is always, very difficult. If it missed the ball, you are right in front of the wicket. But anyhow, runs has to come. End of over number 18 is Nelson's figure 111 for 5, Oman.
Gunasekar continues. Flighted delivery, and Hina Javed looks to loft it over mid-off, but one bounce straight to the fielder at mid-off, who's inside the circle. Last couple of overs, and this is where Oman should be looking to accelerate.
Most of the dependent on Hina Javed, how she's going to play. Outside the offer stump, and that's what we were talking about. Cuts over to the head of the fielder for valuable runs for Oman finally.
Oh yes, and now is the time they should be looking to take their chances. Hina Javed, the first delivery of the over, looked to loft it over the mid-off region, and this time around a flatter shot in the air nevertheless, but then it was a little bit too quick and too powerful for that fielder at mid-off to latch onto it. Once again, a similar shot, and immediately you see captaincy in action by the Qatari captain Aisha. She immediately pushed that mid-off fielder too long off, and as a result Hina Javed just manages to take a single. Now it's up to Amanda D Costa. Gunasekar has been bowling really well, looks to loop it up. Oh, this one's in the air as well, and this is another chance spilled down by Qatar. The fielder has been absolutely busy all afternoon. Lot of balls coming her way, and this one's been dropped as well.
Lofted into the air. Could been a very easy catch, but finally it just tipped off her fingers and spilled down. Well, anyhow, one run has come from there. This time onto the back foot Hina. Once again, singles comes off.
Effective over. They've been successful in rotating strike. Amanda D Costa has been looking to take those singles and provide much of the playtime to Hina Javed, who's looking to hit hard. Oh, big shot, this time towards the onside. Long on in action. Only a single with the over done and dusted. As many as 8 runs have come from this penultimate over. 119 for Oman with a loss of 5 wickets.
The last over of the innings being bowled by the captain herself, Aisha Khan. And the hopes for Oman on Hina Javed, how she can exploit these 6 legal deliveries and how many runs they can score.
Looks to take a risky single. And Aisha will have to finish the Qatari bowling efforts with a flourish. They've done so well so far. what could have easily been 150, 160 and then seemingly been out of reach for the Qatari batters has now been converted into maybe a sub 130 score. Oman, on the other hand, will need to accelerate and cross that barrier of 130. Looks to swing and throw in the kitchen sink at it. Hina Javed was very, very animated at the moment and realizing that this has been a wide.
So one bonus run. All eyes on Hina Javed, how she can do for the next couple of deliveries. Off his toes, beautifully played. For single, or rather he go for two, and we'll have to look for the umpires. But what a nice way of getting 2 runs for Hina.
Oh yes, gave it a all, Hina Javed. Not the most athletic in terms of running between the wickets, but then she knew how hard she had hit it and how well placed that shot was, backing herself to complete that second run. And look at the dedication, throwing in that dive at the right opportunity. The Qatari fielders were taken by surprise. This is no mean effort here. Hina Javed, kudos to you.
Life-saving dive for Hina Javed. I'm really impressed. Her intent to go for the second and trying to keep this track with her. And the right thing to do so. Well, D Costa has just got 3 runs out of 6, so she knows that she can hit more than her.
Oh, brilliant delivery. This one's lobbed in the air as well. Will clear the infield this time around. Too high for comfort for Rohit to get to it. And another successful couple of runs for Hina Javed. This is turning out to be a gem of an innings at the right time for Oman and Hina Javed.
Absolutely. I'm really impressed. Her intentions, her playing the ball down the ground. She mostly known for her big shots.
Big shots they are at the moment. Hina Javed has been looking to score fluently. She started off with a brilliant straight drive down the ground. And now with 3 deliveries remaining in this over, can she max it out? This time once again dealt with severely towards the leg side. Looks to get only a single because it was well hit. A fielder positioned there. Good captaincy, as I keep mentioning again and again, by Aisha Mohammed. All throughout this innings, she's kept her fielders at the right locations and she's managed to just place them at those crucial junctures, make those right changes and even bowling changes, as a matter of fact, trying to apply breaks in the fluent scoring that Oman can normally get off to.
He succeeded in that one, getting the run rate down to less than 7. This time in the air, left to straight. Once again, dropped in 2 fielders, between 2 fielders. And they go quickly for the second run. Valuable runs, I mean, at this stage of the game.
Oh yes, a couple of runs and 128, and that only means that Amanda D Costa will have to face that last delivery of the innings. This is turning out to be a very, very handy knock by Hina Javed towards the end of the innings, and now Amanda D Costa also looking to chip in. What's it going to be? Amanda D Costa facing Aisha Mohammed. It's full, it's swinging in. She's managed to hit it towards the mid-wicket region. Can they go for the second? No. The fielding has been on point for Qatar all afternoon and they'll end it that way. It's 129 for 5 at the end of 20 overs of batting. Oman have managed to just reach a par score. What seemed like a blistering innings earlier on Oman have managed to make it 129 for 5. Let's take a look at that batting scorecard. Joshi and Gunasekar, 48 of 48 deliveries. She was there in for a very, very long time and probably did the bulk of the scoring. Nitya Joshi stumped, but then she scored 12 of 16 before departing. Fiza Javed went early, 1 for 2. Priyanka Mendonka hung in there, looked to resurrect the innings, 20 of 24 deliveries. Hina Javed then comes towards the end of the innings, towards the later stages, 19 of 16 deliveries.
Talking about the bowling, it was all 2 wickets each for Aisha Khan, rather Maria. Teresa got 2 wickets of 21, Aisha 1 for 29, and it was Khadija Imtiaz got 2 for 14, and all the bowlers didn't get a wicket. 129 for 5 in 20 overs, Oman.
Here's a look of how the innings panned out. It was Joshi and Gunasekar who played some delightful shots towards the offside. Those drives and cut shots were absolutely thrilling to watch. Played it late, and then boundaries from Joshi and Gunasekar. Left-handed Nitya Joshi, no stranger to powerful shots, got a few runs under her belt as well. Joshi, very good square of the wicket. And then down the ground as well, not afraid to take risks at any stage. Left-handed Nitya Joshi looking to swing her bat, got a few boundaries to her name. Then came in the left-arm bowler. And Joshi was more than happy to meet the ball at the pitch of the delivery. Left-handed Nitya Joshi also made sure that she scored a few runs before departing to Khatija. Khatija made it 2 in 2 because it was also Fiza Javed who was done over. She was stumped. Some good glove work by the keeper from the Qatari side. Aisha Mohammad then making it a success in her account. That was Priyanka Mendonka who had to head back. Hina Javed started off with a brilliant straight drive down the ground. Falling just too short of a well-deserved half century, JD had to walk back. A wicket for Maria. That was Samira Khan who had to depart. And then, of course, Hina Javed scoring some handy runs towards the end of the innings with that boundary. So the target is set. 129 is what Oman scored. So 130 is what Qatar are going to need. Whether they're going to be successful, we'll come to know after a short break on the other side.
Welcome back after a short break. Both the sides will believe that they've done well in the first innings. Oman batting first, 129 for the loss of 5 on the back of Joshi Gunasekar, who fell short of that much deserved 50 just by a couple of runs. 48 of 48 deliveries for her. Nitya Joshi did well, so did Priyanka Mendonka. Hina Javed, 19 of 16. Not out, did pretty decent. And when you're talking about bowling, Rohit Akhtar, I feel, was the pick of the bowlers. No wickets to her column, but I think she was the pick of the bowler. Khadija Imtiaz, 2 for 14, was pretty incredible. Maria, 2 for 21 towards the end, was very valuable. And Aisha, the captain, 1 for 29, as consistent as she gets. Joining me in the comm box, Jamil Zaidi, the senior statesman. Jamil bhai, I think this game is in favour of Oman by just a little bit.
Well, good afternoon. Yes, to everyone who is watching this. Yes, absolutely. 129 is a very decent total to defend. And the way the Oman team is doing his bowling, their bowling and fielding, seems that they might go through this match as well. Qatar has to score a lot of runs in this tournament, rather in this match. They're bowling good, but of course they might need another match to come up, with some resistance. The first delivery from Samira Khan outside the off stump.
Really will have to bowl tight and also pick up a few wickets early on. We do know that Elsa likes to play her shots. She's very attacking, very positive. And alongside her, Chandiru, another very steady player. Samira has been around for a while with the national side. Likes to swing it away from the right-hander. And she'll continue to do that all day, all afternoon, all evening, on every single day.
Well, I think the benefit and what you call hats off to the coaches of Oman women's cricket, that they are really giving hard time for the players to work hard and get the things done as per the coach's will. And that's what exactly it seems from Samira Khan's first 2 deliveries. The girls responding well to their coach's request. Yesterday's match was, of course, not that much, but today they once again showed their class in batting, especially JD, who scored 48 invaluable runs for the team. Unfortunately, not getting through the 50 she deserved.
Will get off the mark on this occasion. 3 dot balls from Samira Khan, and finally a nudge on the offside from Elsa, making sure that she gets off the mark. Empire Karthikeyan probably just indicating that she needs to stay away from the danger area. And that's great accountability from the man in the middle, Empire Karthikeyan, making sure that he's taking care of that surface.
Yes, of course, it is umpire's duty, and there he is doing rightly so. Once again, nicely bowled. But some mix-up there. Possibility of a run out. Very unfortunate. Direct threat could have been made for with the first wicket.
Certainly directed could have been curtains for Chandiru in a hurry to get off the mark. Never a single there. It's a packed offside field. Just 1 run from the arm of Samira at the moment. Very young Samira Khan, has been around for a while now. Once again angled to third for a single. So that'll sum up the very first over from Samira Khan. Just 2 runs coming from that over. At the end of first, it's 2 without losing a wicket. Empire Pratima at the bowler's end on this occasion. Slower, fuller, wide. For the batting side, and also an extra run.
Brilliant first over from Samira Khan, really just given away only 2 runs. And here, point lies now, a team who scored a decent total on board. They came all guns blazing while bowling.
Looking for a quick single, a little bit of a mix-up, but Afida not able to hold on to that throw. Really feel that Elsa probably had sufficient time to make it back. Really need a wicket here, Oman. That's how they would want to start. They're defending just 130.
Well, the first priority, of course, for them to stop the run rate at the moment. This is the second over of the game. The first over was bowled brilliantly by Samira Khan. And I think things looks to be not that much bad for Oman at this stage of the game.
Certainly, anything around 120 is a competitive total in the women's category. Full toss, slap through the offside, nobody in the deep. That means it's going to be a boundary for Chandiru on this occasion. Very powerful, a luscious strike, and Chandiru will accumulate 4 runs.
Bad delivery, full toss outside the off stump and very nicely placed towards the cover point boundary for 4 runs. Those opportunities has to be grabbed by the batters. Whenever there is a loose delivery, they have to get maximum runs out of it. And what Chandiru done.
Afida not getting her length right at the moment. Would want to keep it tight. Immediately she has a little bit of protection on the offside. A player in the deep. Almost towards the deep covers. Much better line and length from Afida.
And nicely played too from the middle of the bat by Chandiru. A big daunting task from here on for the Qatari batters. 130 is of course not an easy target to get through.
Driven through the offside. It's just going to be a single. A pretty much decent start for Qatar. They wouldn't complain about it. 8 runs of the 10 deliveries that have been bowled.
I appreciate the captainship of Priyanka Mendonka, and she kept those quick fielders outside the area like deep extra cover and the sweeper cover. That's a very, very good technique for her.
Beating the outside edge. Finally finding the rhythm. Afida Aftab. Especially after leaking that boundary, she's got her act right, and she's bowled that waiting line and length outside the off stump. Elsa playing the waiting game. Brilliant delivery. Swinging away from the arc of Elsa. A little bit of late movement as well to add on to that. 6 runs from that over from Afida Aftab. 8 without losing a wicket, Qatar. Samira Khan continues onto the pads. A little bit of a sluggish appeal, but always that was going to be sliding. Never a chance. Results in a dot ball.
pressure definitely on the Qatari batters. They'll have to at least get some good runs in the power play. At least 30, 25, 30. This time onto the back foot. Played it out toward the deep bit off. Good decent bowling from Samira Khan.
Very different kind of an action from Samira Khan. Almost a round arm action. And that's where it becomes a little difficult to pick the line of the ball. Also, one thing is certain, that from that angle it's very difficult for her to bring the ball in. So majority of those deliveries will be the away swingers.
From that action, a Yorker can be bowled, as you said. Slinging action coming into the batter's block hole.
You're going back to the days of Munis Ansari, aren't you, Jameel Bhai?
Not that much, but of course she has got little that action, but they can brought the ball in to the batters. See the stride, last delivery when she's trying to throw the ball in.
If probably we can get a replay, I think she was attempting that Yorker. That's exactly. Maybe she has an earpiece directly connected to listening to you. I agree with you. A Yorker would be a really testing delivery with that kind of an action. Because if you miss the line, those 3 pieces of timber can very well be disturbed. But at the moment she's looking to stay out of the arc of the right-hander, and it's working for her. She's just conceded 4 runs in the 9 deliveries that she's bowled.
Well, I think Qatari batters, or both the openers, should go for the runs actually. The only thing is that the more they bog down, the more pressure will come onto the batters to come. Absolutely some brilliant bowling from Omani bowlers as they batted well as well. Samira and Aftab both bowled superbly. Samira in particular. Once again onto the back foot. This time cuts nicely through the cover point boundary. 4 runs, much needed boundary for Qatar.
Certainly a much needed boundary. Chandiru coming to the saviour. Cut well in that gap. Point and backward point and cut to perfection. Once it surpassed the circle, it was always going to be travelling very quickly to the boundary. 14 without losing a wicket at the end of 3. Afida Aftab continues. Low full toss, one of the tougher deliveries to play in cricket. Looks like a great scoring opportunity, but often hits the bottom of your bat, just like this one.
These are the deliveries where can be hit to the maximum as well.
Certainly. Absolutely right. In the arc, driven well, it's only going to be a single. So things continue to flow in favour of Qatar, but on a very slow momentum at the moment.
Well, they have to take the advantage of the power play now, these 2 batters. They looks good and looks that they got some shots in them. But again, how to exploit in this particularly in the remaining say about 1.8 over 2.8 overs.
Oh, big appeal. Turn down. Probably going down the leg. Maybe that is what could have saved her. Just like the men's team, even the women's team have a very strong spin attack. and that's what they rely on. So in the middle over, it's going to be very difficult for Qatar to capitalize.
Once again, nicely bowled. That's the nice thing to bowl within the wickets, giving no room for the batters to play on to. That's a very nice thing. Afid Aftab doing the same thing as Samira also on the other end. We're talking about that pressure on these two batters, except the couple of two boundaries they have scored. Otherwise, some bowling is extremely well. Once again, at the last moment, dropped the bat and got off to a good single.
She's been pretty much spot on in this second over. She started off very rusty. Afid Aftab could have had nerves. But in the second over, she's been very tight, and hence only a couple of runs is what she's conceded in the 5 deliveries. Can she finish off well?
Once again, bowled nicely within the stumps. A good over from Afid Aftab. 4 overs gone, 16 for no wicket Qatar. Trusting once again on her medium pacers. Priyanka Mendonka kept Samira Khan to bowl the 3rd over. The right thing to do so.
Probably sliding down the leg, and that's what could have made the decision go in the favor of the batter. Or else the batter was shuffling across, and this could have been very lethal. It was a good shout from Samira Khan, bowling a 3rd over.
Oman's fielding looks to be very, very good at the moment. Onto the back foot, cuts, but straight to the fielder. Especially the field, outside field, extremely superb. Not giving second runs to the batters.
Samira Khan getting the job done at the moment in the power play as an opening bowler, restricting runs, bowling tight. I think she's done her job well. Can she just get rid of these 4 deliveries, rather now 3 deliveries? She's bowled really well. 2.3 overs, 9 runs. Yes, not picked up a wicket, but it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. The pressure which Oman wants to put on to the Qatari batters has been successfully made through Afid Aftab and Samira Khan. Cut nicely. What an effort. Brilliantly.
Take a bow, Fiza Javed. Oh, there's a mix-up. If the keeper, Cynthia, could have held on to that one, this could have been curtains for Elsa. She was rushing and pushing for the second. And it was Chandiru who was just not interested. But it all started on the back of that brilliant fielding. What an exceptional talent, Fiza Javed. Very athletic, very quick to move to her left and cover up the ground, and then putting in a roll to make sure that she saved 3 critical runs. Big shot. Beating the outside edge. Elsa is playing on a different surface at the moment because she's not able to connect anything at the moment from Samira Khan.
Well, I think momentum now in the hands of Oman. Brilliant bowling from these 2 medium pacers, keeping the Qatari batsmen in check not giving loose deliveries except the two that has been thrown to the boundary. But otherwise, it was a brilliant bowling performance.
Low full toss and some decent fielding. They've been spot on in the field. Jai Dania, one of the prime batters of the Oman side, the opener, got 48 today and now throwing herself in the ground to keep things tight. 5 overs done, 20 without losing a wicket, Qatar. Afid Aftab to continue. Swinging it away once again. Elsa is struggling here. 14 deliveries for her 5 runs that she's got. What is she doing wrong here, Jamil Bhai? You're an experienced campaigner. What does she need to correct?
Only thing she's bowling well, but sometimes, you have been a bit wayward. That's part of it. She's trying her best to bowl into the stumps. Look at that one, how quickly she came back.
Really feel that Elsa needs to do something very different very quickly. Probably missed out. The first delivery was a wide ball. Empire Pratima indicating a wide, and we probably missed out on that one.
One of them has to go for the runs. I think maybe they might be waiting for the 6th over to go, but the momentum is already taken away by Oman from them. Played it out with the bottom of the bat, but managed to get a single.
Elsa is happy to nudge it around for a single. I think she'll do her job well if Chandiru can get going. She needs to strike a couple. Oman will take anything that is below 30. If it is below 25, even more happier. This is going to be required to reload. Afida Aftab losing a line.
Very good player form set by Oman Cricket to give the warm-up matches to these teams before the main event in the next week. So they'll have to grab more experience before going into the main event. This is the first down to the extra cover of a single. Couple of boundaries at the stage by these two batters really put pressure back on Oman.
"12 runs is what Afida Aftab has given. Still hunting for the first wicket, Oman. Outside the off stump and slapped through the offside. There is protection. That means only a single. Amanda D Costa catering that deep cover region. Oman has kept things really tight. Very disciplined bowling. Stuck to the plans. Very accurate.
Absolutely supported by brilliant fielding as well. Now everyone is doing her job. This time once again try to play on to the offside, beaten. She's doing her best to get at least a wicket at the stage of the game. The problem is that if they will not go for the runs, Qatari batters, pressure mounting on the batters to come on. They almost played 6 overs, just 25 runs on the board. This time smashed it beautifully that we were talking about finally, and it's a 6. So first 6 of this match, brilliantly played.
Believe it or not, it was a full toss, and Chandiru threw the kitchen sink at it. Never looked to keep it down. A big slog over deep mid wicket and gets a maximum. That'll get them on the way. That'll make them believe that they can chase this down. 31 without losing a wicket at the end of the power play. Chandiru is looking dangerous here. So that is how it panned out in the power play. Chandiru did most of the damage, rather most of the scoring. She's very effective. Square of the wicket to start off, and then Oman stuck their plan and kept things tight, and that it is only on the final delivery of the power play when a juicy full toss from Afida Aftab was heaved across the line for a maximum. Joshi Gunasekar, the star with the bat in hand, is going to be having the ball in hand on this occasion. What an opportunity for Joshi Gunasekar. It's a prime moment of the game, the middle phase.
Yes, definitely. But I think Qatari has done a good job, especially the last delivery onto the back foot. Cuts nicely, but the sweeper is there. Here on they have to go for the runs.
The off spinner Joshi Gunasekar. She's played some good quality cricket back in India as well, and has ample amount of experience behind her back. She's a huge contributor to the development of women's cricket with sharing the experience that she would have accumulated in those years she spent in India playing quality cricket. And that's so important. Globalization, sharing of experience, and growth of cricket.
Nicely played out, but they crossed over the singles. Well, this should be the order of the day. If someone has got more experience playing back in their respective countries, got some experience, they have to pass on to their colleagues in Oman. On the back foot this time, once again try to steal a single.
Pulling a tight line, Joshi Gunasekar. She rarely leaks runs. She likes to keep things tight, wicket to wicket. Play through the offside. There is protection in the deep, so just a single. He's a miser bowler.
Now slowly Qatari batters are realizing that instead of playing dot ball, they have go for the singles in an odd boundary in any over. Will definitely give them onto the back foot this time. Missed it completely. This is the end of over number 7. Qatar 34 for no wicket. Right time for the captain to come as a change. Priyanka Mendonca, and right time for my co-partner, to join in me.
Well, the time is right for Priyanka Mendonca, the captain of the Omani team. to probably come in there and employ her trade, because it's a crucial juncture of the match, especially because Chandiru is going great guns, and on the other hand, Elsa is just looking to hang in there. Oman desperately looking for a breakthrough, and they do realize that one wicket at the most opportune time away, and all of a sudden the floodgates can open and can probably set the Qataris back by quite a few. But then now Elsa joining some good stroke play, getting the ball right onto the middle of the bat. It's only going to be a single, so Chandiru will be on strike, and that's what's going to be very important.
Once again, I say that Omani fielders are doing an extremely good job for their team, and all credit goes to the captain Priyanka. She has placed those fielders who are good outside the 15 yards area, beautifully bowled, beaten outside the off stump, turning a bit away from the batter.
And that's going to be key here for Priyanka Mendonka, that she maintains a good line and length, and then she needs to also mix it up in terms of pace. At the moment, the matchup is favourable here. It's a loud shout. Impact outside the leg, or impact outside leg, says the umpire, or rather signal by the umpire. So that's very, very good. And I just hope Priyanka Mendonka can continue mixing that pace, varying that pace, the speed at which she delivers the ball. Oh yes, keeping it outside the off stump this time around. Watch out for that last ball. This one has to be the one that darts back into the right-hander.
Brilliant bowling from her. She almost threw that delivery, but it was going down to the leg side, pitched outside the leg stump, and very correctly mentioned by the umpire Pratima. Once again onto the back foot, tried to hammer it out, but could not get the elevation rather, and got a single. End of a very, very good over from Priyanka Mendonka. Over number 8 has gone. Qatar 36 for no wicket. JD once again bowled nicely.
Yeah, she completed the first over really in a miserly manner. It's just 3 runs of that first over, and now following it up with a dot straight away. What this does is, the moment you start accumulating dot balls, the Qatari batters will start feeling the pressure and will start feeling the need to take that unnecessary risks. The required run rate creeping towards that 8 run and over mark. Looks to hoik it towards the mid-wicket region. A fielder positioned. It's only going to be a single, and that will mean Elsa will find herself on strike.
Elsa is quite at the other end, giving all the chances for Chandiru to go. Good technique between these two. Hammered it beautifully, but the fielder is waiting for it in the deep extra cover. Very, very nice field placement by the Oman captain Priyanka Mendonka. Not giving chance for the batters to create the gaps, and bowlers are doing exactly what she needs from them.
Good delivery. Look to toss it up. Chandiru every now and then wants to be playing those attacking shots. She's looking to exploit these good conditions, looking to play through the line as well, not afraid to loft the ball in the air. Packs a punch, Chandiru. On the other hand, Christine Elsa has not been able to find the gaps. She's meeting the ball right in the middle of the bat, but it's just the placement that's been a spot of bother.
If you're not going to get singles, it gives more pressure onto the back foot this time. Played it out toward the waiting fielder at the deep mid-wicket boundary. And a good comeback. Nicely throws back into the hands. End of over number 9. 40 for no wicket. Qatar.
Priyanka Mendonca continues. She's up against Elsa at the moment, Catherine Elsa, who's struggling at the moment. The gap widening, the required run rate 8.31, which also means that 90 of the last 11 overs or so, just under 11 overs, is going to be an uphill task. Fielder at short mid wicket. So looking to dry up the singles as well. Priyanka Mendonca realizing that Elsa has been struggling. Keeps it away. Not able to get it right in the middle of the bat. There is a fielder out there who will ensure that Elsa stays on strike. It was a weak looking shot.
She is doing the right thing, cleverly bowling through the air. I think one he should throw in the wickets, that is the one I'm talking about. Nicely played. But what an electric fielding by the Omani fielder. They're absolutely brilliant.
Oh yes, they've been on point. And we could see that in last afternoon's game as well. It's been their strong point with the way they hold on to their catches and that effort in the field. Not afraid to put the body on the line. Rare loose delivery from Priyanka Mendonca, and immediately Chandiru looks to sweep it. It's just painstakingly inching towards the boundary ropes and it's going to stop. Well fielded. Will not prevent Chandiru from getting at least 3.
Well, right thing, at least 3 runs came. Almost halfway now from here on. Only a legal delivery to go. Once again, uphill task for the Qataris to climb that 129 figure. Outside the off stump, into the air. But the fielder is there. Slight misfielding there. And they could get in. End of over number 10. 10 overs gone. 46 for no wicket. Qatar, and the time for the break.
Jayadhanya Gunasekar after the mid-innings break, after getting a little bit of respite, and she will continue. It's going to be Chandiru on strike as well as Elsa. What do you think, Jamil Bhai, would have been that conversation during that drinks break?
Only thing to go for the runs, very, very clear. I think they should not wait anymore now from here on, because the pressure is mounting on both these batters apart from Chanderu. Elsa is not at all coming up with some boundaries or think maybe there are some other batters who can come and got some boundaries for the team.
Or looks to charge down the track. This time it's beaten the infield. And time and again, good shots from the bat of Elsa are finding fielders at the boundary ropes. She's being eluded by that deserving boundary on most occasions. On the other hand, Jayadhanya Gunasekar has been looking to bowl in an attacking form. She's not afraid to leak runs. She's not afraid to toss it up. Probably it's that attacking mindset where she understands that if you can manage to just try and entice the batter into charging down the wicket and make an erroneous shot, you can purchase a wicket at the cost of a few runs, because the required run rate now hovering around that 8.5 runs an over, which means they need a boundary in every over from here onwards.
On to the Faku, cuts, take the outer edge of the bat and it's going toward the third man, but it has been stopped. Elsa has played 30 deliveries. Amin has scored 16 runs compared to Chantiru, who played 32 of 28 runs. So my difference between them, I think she has to come up, open up, get some runs or got out so that some other batter can come and try to increase the run rate.
And what's important is the intent from here onwards. You want to go down swinging, or another thick edge. Priyanka Mendonka, the captain, has to do that laborious effort into fetching that ball. Only going to be a couple of runs to the credit of Chandiru, who's striking at a decent pace. So she's probably playing that role of Jayadhanya Lakshmi when she was out there batting for Oman. The only difference being that she has failed to find a partner in crime. No wickets so far have fallen for Qatar.
Pulled nicely towards the vacant mid-wicket boundary, and finally the boundary last couple of overs finally came again through the bat of Chandiru.
Yeah, well, she's certainly not looking to stop anytime soon, Chandiru. She certainly packs a punch. The moment she saw a loosener from Jayadhanya Gunasekar, immediately rocking onto the back foot and helping herself towards that square leg boundary, which is vacant. Turns out to be an expensive over. Tries to get that thick outside edge and will try to steal a single and will get it successfully. This has turned out to be a good over from the Qataris' point of view. As many as 11 runs from this. Qatar at the end of 11 are 57 for the loss of no wickets.
Very, very economic over from Priyanka Mendonka, the skipper of the Oman. Just given away so far 8 runs in her 2 overs. And she's doing a great job as a captain, especially his field placement, and absolutely spot on. Played it out towards the Tried to play on to the offside, but just got a single. Time for Elsa to come up, open up now. Chandiru is trying her best to get the things done for her team. Coming down the wicket, and could have been a cotton ball, but very difficult one. Hit very hard, but only managed to get his singles. Look at that one coming down the wicket, tried to hit it, smashed it, but straight to the hands of Mendonca. So time is now for the batters to come up with some lusty hitting, especially Elsa. Chandiru is doing the same thing, trying her best to get the things done for her team.
The only main difference is that Oman has been a little tight in terms of extras. They haven't leaked a lot of runs. Oh, this can be a mix-up. This could be the first wicket. This is certainly going to be the first wicket. Not really. Oh, what have you done here, Oman? Can't believe my eyes. Comedy of errors. This reel is going to be going around the world. I assure you that. It's a moment that Oman won't be proud about.
Well, what exactly happened? Look at that one down the leg side. It was a wide delivery, and Elsa tried to run herself out, coming to the other side, to shake hand with Chandiru, and it was a bad throw from the wicket keepers, saved the life of Elsa.
Very lucky there, Elsa. Very, very lucky. In the air on this occasion, through the offside. There is protection in the deep, so it's only going to be a single. She's doing her job, Priyanka Mendonca, keeping things tight. I still feel that the game is an equation of Oman. It's in favor of Oman. The required run rate, just around 8.5, which is pretty decent in this format, in this category. Flighted, heaved straight down the ground. Once again, it's only going to be a single. They need a few boundaries.
This is all we are talking about. Some boundaries from Elsa, because Chandiru is doing her job, and I think she has to stay till the last over. She might be the batter who can, what you call, bring glory to her team.
In the air, high up. It's going to be falling in no man's land. And in the process, Chandiru will get a couple of runs. Every time that Chandiru is on strike, there is always action on offer. 12 overs done, 63 without losing a wicket, Qatar. They are still in the chase. It's a game in the balance, in my opinion. 63 without losing a wicket. They have wickets in hand. Again, they capitalize for a couple of overs. That's what they need to do. Amanda, one of the better bowlers of Oman national women's team. Oh, that's a mistumping. I feel that's a mistumping. Probably took way too much time to flick the bails off.
Two opportunities have gone spilled down by Oman. The best was the run out, which unfortunately couldn't made up. And this was slightly, I think the ball was not in the hand of the wicket keeper. D Costa really missed that one. Could have been first wicket for her.
Don't really think Qatar is going to be chasing that, because Amanda De Costa is one of the better bowlers of Oman. Very tight. Rarely she leaks runs, and that is why Oman will be counting heavily on the back of Amanda De Costa. Heaved straight down. It's going to be just a single. A lot of shot for just a single.
Credit goes to the Omani fielders, and especially the skipper Priyanka Mendonca. She really placed her fielder in the places where the ball is going, and each one is trying. This time swept nicely, But the fielder is there. This is what I'm saying. Nice placement by Mendonca. Not letting the Qatari batters to pass through their fielders.
Runs not flowing the way they would have wanted to. It all boils down to Chandiru. She's the main batter in the middle. Elsa will have to play her role if she can just keep tickling singles, and Chandiru can probably get 3 or 4 boundaries, maybe 5 boundaries in the remaining 7.2 overs. This could be a very interesting game.
Well, then I'm sure Qatari Cam must be thinking of that, what you're talking now. And that will be the right thing for Qataris to come up this time. Once again, heaved it. But straight once again. The field placement is absolutely spot on.
Very much accurate at the moment. Elsa almost feels as if she's exhausted. If she's not able to get going, I don't really think that Qatar would be able to bank on her for a very long time. 2 ways to look at it. At least Elsa is getting singles. The other is that she's batting 21 of 36 deliveries, and that's not in favor of Qatar. Wonder what the camp has to be thinking about. 68 without losing a wicket at the end of 13. Priyanka Mendonca continues. But it's time for some change in the comm box. Amin Wagle joins me for the final 7. Amin, game in favour of Oman, despite Qatar not losing a wicket.
Yes, absolutely. From here onwards, Qatar probably needs to put their foot on the pedal. Without that, it's just going to be an uphill task. Required run rate in excess of 9 now. Oh yes, have the floodgates opened, because Priyanka Mendonca has outfoxed a laborious Elsa, who has been looking very, very tired in that opening slot of hers. She's been stumped as Priyanka plucks the first wicket for Oman.
Priyanka Mendonca, the captain, comes to the rescue. Yes, they were doing well by keeping the run flow very tight. And Cynthia finally holds on to this one and castles the stumps off. In time, Elsa, who is just hanging in there, has to walk back to the dugout. First wicket down for Qatar at 68. Mendonca 1 for 14. Those figures look really, really good. All of a sudden. Shot and heaved on the leg side. A little bit of a misfield, but it's not going to be costly.
Well, certainly looks to pack a punch here, Aisha. And one might be wondering, where was she all this while around? And that's probably because Elsa and Chandiru stitched a partnership of almost about 68 runs. The flip side, it's come at a run rate of only 5 runs an over. Is there enough time for Aisha to make sure that she can see her team cross the finish line. You need 60 runs of nearly 38 deliveries from here onwards.
They need a few good hits that travel a long distance. And this is not going to be working in their favor. One of the prolific batters for Qatar, but needs to get going immediately because that run rate inching close to 10.
Oh, big shot down the ground. Not afraid to loft the ball in the air. There is a fielder positioned at long off. Having said that, it's the end of the spell for Priyanka Mendonca. 17 and a wicket to her name in her allotted 4 overs. 14 overs gone. Qatar are on 71 for the loss of 1.
D Costa, one of the most trusted bowlers in the Oman ranks, with her off spin, bowling a very tight spell.
And this is good here from Aisha. She's certainly making her intentions known to the opposition. And what this also will help in doing is that will give more confidence to Chandiru to play her shots. Looks to cut. There is a fielder at backward point. Oman has been very disciplined in the field all throughout. They've managed to keep the batters quiet, not given much away. In order to earn the runs, the Qatari batters will have to utilize and exploit the gaps. This one's in the air. Is there a fielder interested? No. She's just going to end up spilling it over, but top marks for the effort.
I assure you that if she would have managed to hold on to that one, that would probably have been one of the better catches that I've seen on this ground. 100% full marks for the attempt, just not able to hold on to it.
Another lofted shot, this time towards the extra cover region.
They've got the fielders right. Lujana at long off. Jayadanya long on. Opportunity for Jayadanya. Or is it the mid wicket? Can she hold on? She does. I think it is Fida Javed. Or not. Whosoever, does not matter. But she is held on to a very good catch because the captain of Qatar is going to be walking back.
Oh well. She came out swinging hard, Aisha Mohammed. And now we'll have to head back into that pavilion courtesy a very, very good catch taken at mid-wicket. Have a look at that. It was sky high and Amanda D Costa did well to keep mixing the pace up. And what a catch here.
Hafida Aftab. Yes, you've got it right. Hafida Aftab was that fielder. Held on to a good catch. Kept her eyes on the ball, and that's what was most important.
One delivery remaining in this over, and now we have a new batter in. It's going to be Teresa. She has done some antics with the ball in hand, and now it's going to be with the bat. Can she break the shackles for Qatar? Because they are certainly looking to swing hard at the moment.
This is a very interesting women's side. They've still not used Lujaina to full potential with the bat. She is a prolific striker. Probably I'm a big fan of Lujaina. If you see her play, the fearless brand of cricket that she offers, incredible. And then with the ball, you have somebody like Amanda De Costa, very tight, very tidy, very accurate, always on the point. And that's where this women's team is going to make it count. 15 overs done, 75 for the loss of 2.
Captain persisting with Jayadhanya Gunasekar, and she's going to bowl out. 3 overs, 18 for no success at the moment for Jayadhanya Gunasekar, and they really wouldn't mind that because the required run rate is 11 now. Looks to play it down the ground along the carpet towards long on. It's only going to be a single.
Who is that one player that has impressed you the most in this game? We've already seen what Chandiru has had to offer. That incredible striking, power, prowess. And then you had the elegance of Jayadhanya Gunasekara. She got 48. Chandiru is also at 48. Almost similar kind of innings. 48 of 48, 48 of 47 for Chandiru. Which one do you like better?
Well, as a matter of fact, they both are so unlike each other. Both of them contributing with the bat and ball. Chandiru, a medium pacer, whereas Jayadhanya Gunasekar with those gentle off spins, looking to bowl wicket to wicket with disciplined line and length. And now with the bat in hand, I can't really put my finger onto who is the better all-rounder from these two. Both of them opening the innings as well. So complete utility performers, both of them. This time she's once again looked to loft over the infield. From the looks of it, Chandiru does seem to be like that person who is very, very attacking, packs a punch, lot of power, and with that, of course, she's going to raise her bat. It's a well-deserved half century. Pulls out that sniper, and what a celebration here for Chandiru, and on a very, very good occasion. As a matter of fact, the first game in the run-up to that big GCC tournament, Chandiru gets a half century to her name in 48 deliveries.
Slog swept on the leg side. This ball is travelling and travelling very quickly to the boundary. Chandiru is not leaving it away. She's still fighting and fighting hard, and that's what makes her even more incredible. Yes, first she's got her milestone, that's 50, and to add on to that, she's fought a lone battle. No real contributions from the other side, and that's why this has been very special.
Well, of course, I think she's stayed there for far too long, and now it's going to be a question of persistence, perseverance, and of course, stamina here for Chandiru. First towards the onside, now towards the offside, looks to cut and will retain strike in the next over as well. This has been a good over for the Qataris so far. 84 for the loss of 2 after over number 16.
Amanda D Costa. Big heave on the leg side. It's found the gap. The ball is travelling very quickly. Boundary for Chandiru. A huge cheer, a huge roar in the Qatar dugout because Chandiru is still fighting there in the middle.
Oh, I think the Omani captain must have missed a trick here. Probably get back those pace bowlers, get back those medium pacers, because at the moment Chandiru is enjoying that sluggish pace offered by the slower bowlers, Amanda Di Costa as well as Jayadhanya Gunasekar. She's looked to cut loose at the right time. Look at that, the required run rate, which was hovering around 12 runs an over, now coming below 11. Won't be too long before she starts pulling out those big lofted shots to clear the infield and get some more boundaries.
This is really courageous from Amanda De Costa and Priyanka Mendonca to have the long on inside the circle to an off spinner. Do not forget, Amanda De Costa is an off spinner. All you have to do it, heave it straight across. Heave across the line though on this occasion. Probably they have read a book that I have missed out.
Just a single, and all eyes now on Teresa. Can she manage to rotate strike back to Chandiru, give her another shot at Amanda De Costa, or maybe just probably throw the kitchen sink herself? Mind games here. Pulls out at the last moment. Meanwhile, Chandiru has just rocketed to 60 of 53. Dancing down the track. Oh, the keeper has missed it. A stumping chance gone begging. Is there a twist in the tail? Have a look at that. Amanda De Costa flights it, beats the batter, all ends up, and Cynthia fails to collect the ball cleanly. Everything is happening out here. Oh yes, this time the off stump. Amanda De Costa strikes. What a wicket here. As Teresa heads back in quick time, back to the dugout.
One of the very reasons why I said that it's going to be a very, very difficult, rather an impossible chase for Qatar is because Amanda De Costa, with those 4 overs of hers, is very effective. Teresa is going to be learning the hard way, and she's going to be taking a long walk back to the dugout. 90 for the loss of 3, Qatar. Look at those figures and look at it. Look at it in the context of this game. 15 for 2. She's about to complete her 3rd over. Amanda De Costa. When you're defending 130, she's the kind of bowler that you want up your ranks.
Works it away. Misfield, rare misfield by Oman. They've normally been very, very critical and clinical as far as fielding efforts are doing. Reba on this occasion. End of the over. Quite a few runs, but then also a success for Amanda De Costa. 92 for the loss of 3 after 17, Qatar. Batting scorecard, and one name pretty much stands out, and that's going to be Jetrude Chandiru. 58 of 52 deliveries, and then of course there was Christina Elsa John, who was on 21 of 38 deliveries. She stood in there like a rock as a partner in crime for Chandiru, but then Aisha, the captain, and Maria Teresa John could not contribute much. Now it's going to be Khatija Imtiaz who will be supporting Chandiru. She's going to be on strike as well in the 18th over, as Lujena probably gets a ball in hand and will have a go.
"18 deliveries, 38. It all comes down to Chandiru. She's the final hope, last resort. Huge heave on the leg side. It found the gap. Chandiru is fighting a lone bottle. Won't be wrong in saying that. What an innings from Chandiru is this?
Expecting Chandiru to exploit the cow corner, and what's going to happen is she's going to be hitting that towards the square leg. No fielder there, because fine leg is up in the circle as well. These are some crucial runs. Has she broken the shackles here, Chandiru? She's looking to score very, very quickly.
Certainly a game of nerves for Priyanka Mendonca in the middle, the captain of Oman. And it is all because of this exclusive innings from Chandiru. What a knock has she played. 62 of 53 on a day when no other batter has turned up well for Qatar. She's fighting and fighting hard. What an innings.
It's going to be a battle for the non-striker as well, and the battle is going to be because they will have to provide maximum strike to Chandiru. On the other hand, Chandiru should probably pick and choose the sort of delivery she wants to dispatch. This time a bounce, going down leg. Will not shy away from rotating strike. And this is good cricket from Qatar so far. Probably allowing the fresher batter out there in the middle, the new batter out there in the middle to go for the big shots. They've probably analysed that Chandiru has been there for the entirety of the innings so far. Khatija Imtiaz did really well with the ball in hand, picked up 2 wickets, 2 crucial wickets. Can she turn up for Qatar with the bat? Oh, this is a good shout. And up goes the finger. It's going to be a wicket.
It's all happening in the middle. I mean, not really sure. Oh, the finger has been raised. Has the finger been raised? What's happening here? Oh, they're celebrating. It's all happening in the middle. I'm not really sure what's happening.
Well, it's a wicket. Not sure whether everybody's paying attention to the umpire. She was caught dead in front of the stumps. An appeal by Lujaina, and the umpire responds.
Oh, this could have been very interesting. Trapped right in front of the stumps. The only thing that could have saved her would have been a little bit of an inside edge. And then Chandiru putting in that dive to save her run out. And on the other side, the batter putting in a full stretch as well. But the appeal finally given. And it is in favour of Samira. Or rather, Lujaina, I beg your pardon. So Lujaina picks up a wicket here. 4th one down for Qatar. .3 and a new batter out there in the crease. But what's important is Chandiru still persists out there in the middle for Qatar. Works away towards the offside. Looks for a risky single. Oh, it's going to be an appeal. The leg umpire just shakes his head politely. Couple of balls now for Chandiru. But if she wants to remain on strike in the next over, she's just got this one ball. And then look to rotate strike. Lujaina has been a little sluggish. However, what she's managing to do is to keep it very, very accurate, wicket to wicket. What's in store here? Can Chandiru turn the tide in favour of the Qataris? Oh, what a brilliant delivery. Lujaina strikes. Chandiru walks back to the hut. A very, very crucial wicket for Oman in the context of this game. A well-made 62 of 55 as Chandiru heads back into the dugout. Lujaina Sajid has struck for Oman.
What an important wicket all through by Lujaina Sajid. Chandiru, who was the mainstay of Qatar's batters, finally, I think, loses his concentration, played across the line, and the wicket was tumbled. Brilliant bowling And I'm sure that from this wicket is definitely going in the way of Oman.
New batter Rana in. Oh, what a wayward delivery. And Rana has responded. She's just clobbered that towards the fine leg boundary. Got down on one knee and made sure she met the ball with enough power and enough finesse. Finishes this one well. Finishes this over well. Much to the delight of the Qatari dugout. End of the 18th over. Still 2 more overs to go. It's 102 for the loss of 5 wickets. Qatar. "28 runs remaining. Of the remaining 12 balls, 14 runs per over. But if cricket was as simple as math, this would have been a different story altogether. 2 new batters out there in the crease, out of which Rana has hit a first ball boundary. This is still very much possible, still mathematically possible. Amanda D Costa has to bowl an over of the day in order to get past the finish line. Shruti Rana and Rishita Sarvanakumar. 2 new batters out there. Works it away towards the onside. Takes another single. So no dot balls here. That's good news for Qatar. But at the same time, no boundaries. And that's good news for Oman, because that's what they need to do. They need to avoid the boundaries. That's the only thing separating Qatar from crossing the finish line.
Really feel that Amanda De Costa has played a big role in making sure that Qatar stay restricted. She's continuing to impress one and all. 2 wickets prior to this, make it 3 wickets for Amanda De Costa. That's the quality of Amanda De Costa.
Rishita Sarvanakumar probably knew that she had to get this one through. Had to make this into a big one. But wicket-to-wicket bowling by Amanda De Costa probably means that she's going to get her 3rd wicket. This is good bowling here, especially under the pump by Amanda De Costa and Lujena Sajid, picking up crucial wickets at the right time. 104 for 6 Qatar.
Nineteen. 3.3. Incredible Amanda De Costa. They're still appealing for the leg. Oh, what have you done here? Amanda De Costa, you beauty. What an incredible spell. This is the 4th wicket for Amanda De Costa. As Akhtar also walks back to the dugout. A moment of brilliance from the wicketkeeper to castle the stumps in time. But Qatar are reeling here under the pressure of Oman and especially Amanda De Costa.
Wicket stumbling. The floodgates have opened. Amanda De Costa once again looks to target the stumps. However, gets it just outside the off stump. Missing it all ends up. Rohit Akhtar does not put her leg back in on time, as Cynthia, with a little bit of smart glove work behind, looks to disturb the timber. It's another wicket for Amanda De Costa. 4 in this afternoon at the most crucial time here. She's on a hat-trick. She's been bowling really well, kept the batters very quiet. Amanda De Costa on a hat-trick. Oh yes, this one's played back to the bowler. Dug it out, the batter. Everything happening in a flurry here.
Really feel she's one of the prime candidates for player of the match. Can she get a fifer? In the block hole, they will rush for a single. So 20 runs and 4 wickets in her spell of 4 overs. What an incredible spell this has been for Amanda De Costa. Really feel this is almost out of contention. Yes, mathematically very much possible. But 25 of the final over, almost impossible for Qatar.
Final over is going to be Lujaina Sajid, who's just fresh off an over of the day, picking up 2 important wickets. It's going to be Tafaul Al Khair, who's going to be on strike. They need 25 of 6. First ball keeps it away out of the arc, and Tafaul just manages to put some bit of bat onto it and get to the other end. On the other side is going to be now Shruti Ben Rana, who's hit a first ball boundary. Can she make it 24 of 5 deliveries?
Almost impossible. Dancing down the track, only manages to drill it around. It's only going to be a single. Things certainly concluding in favour of Oman at the moment.
Things getting seemingly impossible here for Qatar. There's just one name that shines bright, and that's going to be Chandiru, Jitru Chandiru. Oh, this is high in the air, falling just short of Hina Javed, who's standing very, very close to the bat. They'll still manage to get a single. Tafaul Al Khair and Shruti Ben Rana. 3 balls remaining, 22 runs. Is this too little, too late?
Impossible mathematically for the very first time in this game. 22 of 3. Heaves it on the leg side. It's only going to be a single. They're running hard, but don't think they can even scamper around for that second. The fielding has been spot on and very good from Oman.
It all started with that brilliant catch from Afida. Probably a testament as to how hard these girls work during those practice sessions, during those fielding drills, those catching drills. Lujaina, penultimate ball, looking to scamper across for a single. Oh, this is a run out. Jayadhanya Gunasekar can't be kept quiet, can't be left alone. She has to be in that scorecard when they are fielding, when they are batting, or when they are bowling. Tafaul Al Khair will have to head back into the pavilion.
They're all competing for the player of the match. 4 wickets for Amanda De Costa. Do not forget, Jayadhanya got 48 with the bat. Yes, she bowled her 4 overs. Couldn't pick up a wicket and just conceded 27. And that is when now she's got a run out to her name as well of a direct hit.
Great scenes here. New batter in Abesekara, but she will be at the non-striker's end. Final ball just gets a little bit of edge onto it. Will scamper at the most for a couple of runs, and that should probably complete proceedings for Oman. They've completed a victory. They've got 2 in 2. They've defeated Bahrain last afternoon and defeated Qatar today. 111 for 8. Falling short by as many as 19 runs here. Qatar will have to concede to Oman. Lujaina Sajid, 2 overs, 2 for 15 in what can probably be the most defining over of this afternoon for the game.
One thing's for sure, that Oman are going to be the champions of this tri-series. And that's the kind of performance that they've put in the first 2 games. And that's what makes them a good contender of the upcoming GCC Women's Cup as well. They've been exceptional, not just with the bat in hand, but with the ball in hand as well. And to top it up all, their fielding has been exceptional.
Have a look at that batting scorecard. Jaytrud Chandiru 62 of 55. Christina El Sajon 21 of 38. And then after that, none of the batters managed to get 2 double figures. Shruti Ben Rana probably excited a little bit because of that first ball boundary. But otherwise, everyone else were probably a little too late to the party. 111 for 8 is what they ended up with.
Then when you're talking about the bowling of Oman, they were exceptional. They had a plan and they kept things tight. But it was only Amanda De Costa later towards the end who bowled a 4 overs and picked up 4 wickets for 20. Yes, 2 wickets for Lujaina Sajid in that 1 over she bowled. And Priyanka Mendonca, the captain, picked up a wicket for herself as well. And she kept things tight. So did Samira. But for me, the pick of the bowler has to be Amanda De Costa. The quality of Amanda De Costa made a huge difference between both the sides.
Well, that's it. That pretty much summarizes it all. It was Oman who won the toss, elected to bat first, and Joshi and Gunasekar 48 of 48 hung in there, scored runs at crucial intervals. It was Priyanka Mendonca who probably scored 20 of 24, and Hina Javed, what a great late flourish that was. 19 of 16 ensured that Oman reached 129 for the loss of 5. And then of course it was Khatija Imtiaz, 2 wickets for her. Teresa got a couple of wickets to herself. When Qatar came into bat, it was Chandiru show all the way. 62 of 55 deliveries. She made sure that everybody hung on to their seats, were at the edge of their seats, as Elsa John also 21 of 38. But then Shruti Ben Rana contributed 9. As far as bowling is concerned, Amanda De Costa 4 wickets, and Lujaina Sajid, who believed in herself and picked up those 2 wickets, that all important 17th over. Priyanka Mendonca got a wicket to herself as well. In the end, Oman have clinched this contest by 18 runs. Let's have a look at how things panned out in this innings. It was Jaytrud Chandiru and she was scoring well out here. Short balls were dispatched towards the offside. Short balls were dispatched towards the leg side. Full tosses were dispatched out of the ground. There were shots running everywhere, and that was courtesy this woman, Jaytrud Chandiru. Let's have a look at that. And then the first wicket, and that is when things started tilting definitively in favor of Oman. A skyer straight away into the hands of Afida. How important was that catch of Aisha Mohammed, because she certainly knows how to strike a ball or two. Jaytrud Chandiru didn't stop. She still continued scoring those hefty boundaries towards the leg side. And then finally there was that wicket of Teresa. Jaytrud Chandiru then sweeping all the bowlers. Lujaina was brought into the attack to make a difference. And then there was that LBW decision that went her way. Lujaina picked up the prized wicket of Jaytrud Chandiru, who had probably caused the most damage, and that certainly spelled curtains for Qatar. Shruti Ben Rana with that first ball sweep boundary, but then Amanda De Costa over was probably what did it for Oman. Picked up a couple of wickets in that over, and they were probably out of the contest by then. That last run out by Joshi and Gunasekar saw the end of Tafaul Al-Khair. And there you go. Exciting contest comes to an end. Don't go anywhere too far. We do have the presentation ceremony, and we probably have Mr. Jamil Zaidi with the two captains and the player of the match for you. Do stay tuned. Don't go anywhere too far.
From Oman Cricket Academy ground, Muscat, for the bilateral series played between Oman, Qatar and Bahrain. Today was the second match played between Qatar and Oman. Qatar lost the match, but before that Oman batted first, scored 129 runs with a brilliant batting from the Jananjaya, who scored 48 runs. A fighting knock of 62 by Chandiru of Qatar. Tried his best, but unfortunately match went in the way of Oman. 18-run win for Oman. May I request the captain of Qatar, Aisha, can you please come? First of all, hard luck for the match. And how you take this match, because it has given a good opportunity for you to climb up for the next match which is coming up in the next week for the Gulf Cup?
First of all, we'll play Oman. I think the batters have done a good job. Secondly, yes, the thing is that we let a lot of runs in the power play. That was a big that thing we need to work on, and inshallah we'll come back. We'll work on our decisions and we'll see.
You fight it out very nicely, and then Chandiru was the one main key who was there, and it was the last wicket that has been fell down, and that of course gives the other batters not to come up to the winning the total.
She played a brilliant knock of 68, if I'm not wrong. Just she needed the support. I know the game was ours, but the last minute, the wickets falling and the batters didn't support her. That's the thing.
No issues. Good luck for the next match. That will be a very vital match for you against Bahrain. And of course, that's chances for you and Bahrain to reach to the final. Thank you very much, Aisha. Thank you. Captain of the winning team, Priyanka Mendonca. Can you please come up? Well done, Priyanka. 2 successive wins for Oman. How you feel with that? Come close.
I think I'm really happy with all the girls. I think everyone has stood out at the right time and they've really shined, especially our debutant. She took a very crucial wicket of a set batter, so I'm absolutely happy for her.
Congratulations for Oman's going through to the final, which will be on 10th of December. How you feel that the tournament which has been played before that main event of Gulf Cup between Oman, Qatar and Bahrain, how much it gives you practice for the main event?
Of course, it's a beautiful exposure, and I think Oman Cricket has done the right thing to give us something pre-games as a platform for something big which is coming in, which is the Gulf Cup. So yeah, we're just making good use of it.
How much you are pleased with the batting of the Dhananjaya, and of course Amanda D Costa did a trick for you to winning the match?
Yeah, they are 2 of our very experienced players, and coming and shining out at the right time is what we wanted, and they have done it. They've done their roles.
Thank you. Good luck for the final. See you. Now the time has come for the Player of the Match award. Any guess from anyone? Rightly so. Amanda D Costa, 4 wickets, 20 runs in 4 overs. Miss Marita, official, will be giving the Man of the Match prize to Amanda D Costa. Thank you, Marita. Very well bowled, Amanda. What you were having in your mind? Because everybody was looking for the wicket of Chandiru. How you got it out?
It's just our positive mindset. We've planned for this, we have worked hard, and it's just our hard work showing off. And obviously my teammates backing me up every ball. It just shows our unity and how hard we've worked for this.
How you was feeling when took the wicket of Chandiru, the most important player of the Qatar side?
It was definitely a relief, But it's part of the game, winning, losing, everything. We've worked hard for it, and that's our reward.
Absolutely brilliant performance. Thank you, Amanda. And good luck for the final also. This is all from the post-match presentation. This is all from the post-match presentation.